Peace and blessings is real. First and foremost, I want to take this time and give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh through his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai, for allowing this word to come out. And I hope you sincere brothers and sisters edified by this word. And we're going to name this one 7 Women Willing to Share One Man. Those days are near, according to Isaiah 4, verse 1. I want you to pause for a minute and really think about what we're going to cover tonight. Again, we're going to name this word 7 Women Willing to Share One Man. Those days are near, according to Isaiah 4, verse 1. In the world that we live in, a lot of people might not know this, but it's when it comes to men and women, it's a lot. It's maybe I want to say 14 to 15, anywhere from 15 to 22 women per man. Just in a large scope of things, when you look at the comparison of men and women. It's anywhere from 15 to 22 to 1 ratio, woman to man. So what that means is there's going to come a time where there's going to be a shortage of men. And what happens is women are going to be willing to share that one man because of that shortage. And right now, when you look at the black on black crime in the inner cities of America, a black man is killed every day. So that 15 to 22 to 1 ratio gets even worse in these times that we live in. Then you have men that's dying in war. You have men dying in prison. Obviously, you have men die on these streets. So when you factor all that in, it's going to come a time where it's going to be a shortage of men to the point where 7 women are going to be willing to share one man. Now, I want you to pause and think about that. Now, this is not me speaking. This is according to Isaiah 4, verse 1. What you see on the screen, what do it say? It says, 7 women shall take hold of one man. You see, you have this man, and there's 7 women there willing to be with him, jockeying to be with him. Unreal, right? But this is the time, we're headed to this time really soon. Really soon. Now, as we get ready to get into this word, Isaiah 4 and 1 is going to be the scripture we're going to speak on. But allow me to just say this. In the ancient times, the original institution of marriage was what? One man, one wife equaling one flesh. That was the original institution of marriage according to Genesis 2, verse 24. In a nutshell, it says, a man leave his parents' home, join his wife, they become one flesh. You see that? So basically, when a man got to the point where he had a woman and wanted to play house, he had to get the hell out of his parents' house, go get his own house with his wife, and they become one flesh. The key word, they become one flesh. You see that? One flesh. And then for those who got caught up in polygamy, Yahushua came back and told you in Matthew 19 and 5, he reinstituted the original steps of marriage, which was once again one man, one wife. And he even took it a step further and said, let no man put asunder. You see? So when it comes to marriage, you got to think about it. You have that perfect soulmate, that partner. Then what comes with that soulmate? Children, home, finances, cars, material goods, worldly goods, dreams, goals, and things like that. But the most important thing that comes with that marriage is the bed, the private nakedness, the bed. Okay? And one of the main rules of marriage is obviously you don't defile the bed. Hebrews 13:4. You see that? Such a beautiful thing, right? But guess what happens? It's going to come a time where you're going to be sharing all those things with 6 other women. You're going to be sharing children with 6 other women. You're going to be sharing homes with 6 other women. You're going to be sharing finances with 6 other women. You're going to be sharing vehicles, materials with 6 other women. You're going to be sharing the bed with 6 other women. Imagine that, right? Yeah. These women are going to be willing to put aside jealousy, put aside being in control, put aside drama. They're willing to put all that aside to be with this man and 6 other women. That's cold-blooded, man. But that's where we're headed today. So a lot of you women need to learn to appreciate the one husband you got and cherish him, especially if he's good to you, because it's just you and him. But in a minute, it's going to be you, him, and 6 others. How you going to be able to compete with that? That's cold-blooded, man. What you see on the screen is a man and 7 women, 7 different personalities. So now you're not going to get all that attention. You're not going to get all that attention. You're not going to get all this time. You're not going to get all this energy. Because it's 7 women that's going to be jockeying to get that time, to get that energy. Yeah, man. In Isaiah 4:1, it says, "And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own food and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called thy name to take away our reproach." Dig that. Now, I'm going to point out some things in Isaiah 4:1 so you can really understand the magnitude of this, man. The first thing it says, in that day. What day is it talking about? In that day when that pandemonium overdose happened. And a lot of men are getting killed. A lot of men is getting sent to war. A lot of men's going to prison. Ain't going to be enough men out here available for women. So guess what? When that day come, you're going to have as many as 7 women. Okay, it says 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying to that one man, we will eat our own food, eat our own bread, I should say. We eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. They'll wear their own clothes. It says, only let us be called thy name. What is it talking about when it says be called by thy name? These 7 women is going to want the credibility of marriage, credibility of wedlock to this man. Okay? They're going to want to be this man's spouse. They're going to want to be this man's wife. Okay? They willing, again, man, this is the conditions. They are willing to eat their own food. In other words, they're not looking for a man to provide. They're willing to go out and get their own food. They ain't relying on a man to make sure that they can get their hair, nails done, clothes, and food. No, they'll do all that. All they care about is the credibility of wedlock, the credibility of marriage, the credibility of being able to say, I'm his wife, I'm his spouse. It says, only let us be called thy name to take away our reproach, to take away their condition of shame and disgrace. Why? Because a woman by herself and not with a man, she don't have access to the bedroom action and the ability to procreate, the ability to have children by this man, to keep his bloodline going, to keep that seed going. So when it's a shortage of men, you don't have the luxury of that. And no woman wants to be out here, okay, alone. So because of that, they are willing to share this man with 7 women. That's cold-blooded, man. That's cold-blooded. Could you imagine a woman that's jockeying to get the credibility of marriage? She meet a guy and he says, hey, well, you know, I got 6 other women at the crib. You willing to be number 7? And she's going to say, absolutely. That's crazy, ain't it? But according to Isaiah 4:1, that's exactly how it's going to go. That's exactly how it's going to go, man. So you sincere sisters out there, hey, listen, man. If you got a good man on your team, man, you might want to, cherish that, appreciate that brother, because in a minute, you understand me, it's going to be 6 women beating down dude's door, willing to share him with you. That's crazy, man. Yeah. I mean, I don't believe in the polygamy. I don't believe in that. But in there is instances in the Bible where men had multiple wives. They had multiple responsibilities. But like I told you, the original institution of marriage was one man, one wife, being one flesh. That's going to change when there's 7 women to that one man. It's no longer one flesh. It's no longer you and him. No, it's you, him, and the other 6. Imagine that. Imagine sharing a bed with your man and 6 other women. Imagine that. That's cold-blooded, man. Like I said, you sincere sisters out there, man, listen. Y'all should really, if you got a good dude on your team, man, you should really cherish that and really be good as you can to that bro, because, man, you're going to have 6 other women that's going to pull up on you and be like, where our husband at? And how you going to deal with that? That's a lot of competition, you dig? Once again, as we get ready to close out this word, man, what's the name of the lesson, man? 7 women willing to share one man. Those days are near, according to Isaiah 4:1, man. And I'm telling you, with all this adulterous behavior going on, with all these men, straight men turning into homosexuals, these women turning into lesbians, with all this heathenistic sexual perversion going on, women are really going to ramp it up in that day when it comes to 7 women willing to take one man. Because once again, it's not enough men out here already for these women. And when you a good man, oh man, it's probably going to be 14 women willing to take you on versus 7. That's how bad it's getting out here. So I hope you sincere sisters, man, hey, get on your job. I'm telling you, man, because it's about to get real standsmees out here. I hope you sincere brothers and sisters was edified by this word tonight. We give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh through his only begotten son, Yahushua, for allowing this word to come out. And hey, listen up, man. Keep Yahweh through his only begotten son, Yahushua, first in everything that you do, and stay prayed up at all times, man. Shalom.